And new at 6, reaction to today's unsuccessful execution from a former Ada County prosecutor. Our Abby Davis talked to Jim Harris earlier. Abby, Harris prosecuted Creech after he killed fellow inmate 23-year-old David Jensen back in 1981.
Right, Morgan, and that's the murder that Creech was going to be executed for. Authorities say Creech beat Jensen to death with a sock full of batteries and stomped on his head and neck. Harris called today's events bizarre and disastrous. He never expected something like this to happen. If they were to get another death warrant for Creech, Harris says the AG's office, the prosecutor in this case, will have to start from ground zero since his current death warrant expires tonight.
Starting in district court in Boise, and then going to the appellate court in California, and then going potentially to all the way to the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. So I mean, this thing could drag on longer than he does. Let's put it that way.
While Harris supports the death penalty for Creech, he'd rather see Creech live out the rest of his life on death row. He just doesn't want Creech's sentence lowered to life in prison. And he says he'd rather the state execute Creech than allow him to rejoin the general population and put other inmates at risk. Creech has been convicted of 5 murders in 3 states, including 3 murders in Idaho. He claimed to have killed 42 people throughout his life, although that number has never been confirmed. Harris says he's prosecuted 6 or 7 murder cases in his career, but called Creech's the most interesting. And contrary to what some IDOC staff, Creech's attorneys and his family have said, Harris doesn't believe that Creech is a different man. Morgan.
Yeah, it's interesting. In their plea for clemency for Creech, his attorneys had said, you're not deciding whether to kill the Tom of 1981. You're deciding whether to let the Tom of 2024 live.
Yeah.
So interesting. He will live to see several more days. Abby Davis, thank you.